So hello, good day. So today we want to look at stationary values. Okay, so what are stationary values? Stationary values, they are the values of the stationary points. That is, when you have a curve like this, you have the minimum point here. This point, the value of x here is called the minimum point, right? Now the value of y at that point is now called the minimum value. Okay, value of y at that point is equals to the minimum value. Okay, so that means if you have a curve y is equals to 4x squared plus 3x plus 2, we have this expression and we want to get the minimum points. So what do? The y/ds from here to what? We differentiate it. That will be 8x minus plus 3 is equals to 0, because at stationary points the y/ds is equal to 0, right? Okay, so from here the value of x here will be found. So 8x will be equals to minus 3, and x will be what? Minus 3 all over 8. Okay, so this is called the minimum point, right? Now this particular value, now if you now want to get the minimum value, so this is minimum point. So the minimum value is when you now substitute the value of x into the curve, right? The value of y you get after substituting this value is called the minimum value, right? So now substitute x. So y will now be, when you substitute x is equal to minus 3 all over 8. So y is what? 4x squared plus 3x plus 2. Okay? So when you substitute this, is now going to be what? 4 into minus 3 all over 8 squared plus 3 into minus 3 all over 8 plus 2. So the value here that we obtain here is called the minimum value, right? So this is the minimum value. Same is it with maximum, right? If we have this expression and this is going to be our minimum point, a maximum point, while this is going to be our maximum value. Okay, so how do we get the maximum points? The maximum point will be obtained by doing what? By finding the y/dx. Let's say the curve is y is equals to 8 minus 4x minus 2x squared. Okay, let's say that's the equation. So what's our maximum point? The y/dx is going to be what? Differentiate the constant is 0, differentiate minus 4x, that will be minus 4, right? Then differentiate minus 2x squared, that will be what? Minus 4x, right? And that will be equal to 0 because it's a stationary point at that point. Okay, so we differentiate, and this is going to be what? Minus 4x is equals to 4 when the 4 goes to the other side, right? So divide both sides, that will be 4 all over minus 4. That will be minus 1. So x is equals to minus 1. So what is now the maximum value? The maximum value is now going to be y will be what? 8 minus 4x. So what is x? X is minus 1 plus or minus 2x squared. Okay? That will be 8 minus 8 plus 4, right? Minus 2. Okay? So 8 plus 4, that's 12 minus 2, that's 10. Okay? So the maximum value there is 10. Okay? So this is how we get the maximum value. Okay? So this is how we go about finding the maximum value. Yeah, okay? So please like, subscribe, share.